Hey guys, thanks for clicking on another one. The patriarchy is obviously losing power. They can feel it, and they're scared right now. So they're going above and beyond to assert their power and their dominance that they feel so comfortable with. They're scared right now because they're losing that dominance. They're realizing that people are remaining unaffected by them. People are understanding what's going on in their brains better than they are. And that scares them because a bully, someone who's narcissistic, someone who's fascistic, someone who's hiding behind a wall of intimidation and dominance, strength, power. They try to project this out as a defense mechanism for a wounded inner being. So understanding that we've been able to take the time to understand that they are wounded individuals, every single one of them that are drawn to these positions have an internal wounding that they haven't healed because they haven't taken the time to approach it, because they look at healing as a sign of weakness. So they don't want to feel weak, so they project strength and therefore authority, and authority gives them strength, perceived strength over people. It's when people aren't intimidated by their authority that they've been given, not earned through respect, but given. When I was young, and I don't want to get personal, but I had an oppressor. He was a captain in the army, a stepdad, who didn't want me to be there. I was the oldest child of my mother. He was second in line with his kids. In his mind, I shouldn't have been there. But he always told me that respect was earned. But he never did anything to earn my respect. His respect was placed. And that's exactly what happens with people that have internal wounding. They are placed into positions of authority over people, and they expect the respect to be reciprocated, regardless of their projecting outward. They project a need for their intimidation to respond, to reciprocate authority, to show them that your fear is giving them authority. When you show them no fear, you're taking away their authority because they don't feel they've earned it inside. That yes, they were given it, and if they can trick you into believing and going along with their projection of authority, then they're winning. Then they feel good. That's their dopamine hit. That's their high. If you get in the way of that, like Renee did, you take away that authority, you start to connect with them, and you start to show them, hey, I understand you, dude. Maybe even better than you understand yourself. You completely take the wind out of their sails. You actually make them feel threatened because they've never dug that deep inside themselves. They've never allowed themselves to have a good cry, to get it out, to get out that wounding from childhood. They've been told to repress it because bringing it out, talking about it, is weakness. And if they show weakness, they fear that they're going to be ridiculed for it, that bringing it out would show their flaws and their personal weaknesses. And in a world where you're displaying your authority on your shoulders and you're not actually deriving it from inside, from your core, but you're wearing it on your shoulders, it's easy to take off. When it comes from your core, you can't dispute it. It's you, it's your essence. And when you take theirs off of their shoulders and reveal that there's nothing left, that there's weakness underneath, there's weakness because they haven't approached it. They haven't challenged it, brought it into the light to understand it and to integrate it and to then become powerful as a result of it. They haven't allowed themselves this opportunity, so they go around and bully others with their authority. It's patriarchal. It's a product of the system, of the way things were for millennia, back to kings who rewrote the Bible in a way that made the king seem like the ultimate superpower, that he could do anything, even though according to the Bible they changed the language. And now we aspire to resemble the kings in the Bible. We read the Bible as a guide for our lives, right? So anything that's in the Bible about women submitting to men and men being the ultimate authority and all this stuff, that was also synonymous with the king. People will submit to the king and that authority. That's a patriarchal hierarchy. And that only works if you give that authority over you. If you show it, it has no authority. Like the true Jesus, the Yahweh, you remove the authority of the church and the institutions that would just come in and set up shop and say, we have authority, obey my authority, and expect others through intimidation to follow. That's bullying. That's intimidating. That's gaslighting. It's narcissistic. People that follow fascism, like real fascism, people that just they get inspired and awestruck and admiring, idolizing images of power, other power, like domination, like war, military, people that get off on strength in militaries and war and killing and the ability to kill. That fascism is a product of the patriarchy, which the patriarchy, even back to the days of the Bible and when it was all being talked about and Yahweh was around and all that, that's been changed so that we're confused inside. This is coming up on 10 minutes, so I'm going to end this one here, but be sure to check out the next one. This is part 1. Check out part 2, and I'll see you there. And until then, never stop spreading your light. I love you.